So I haven't had very many videos the last 8 weeks, so let me show you where I've been. So this is why I've been a little quiet lately. We got Kate a car, and I needed to be able to park another car. We have another car here, and then we have two out there. We cannot park off-site because we live on a pie, and so we have nowhere to park out there. Plus, we're not allowed to park overnight in our neighborhood. So I had to really whittle down my furniture, but you can see I have a 2.5 car garage. So as long as I keep everything to the left of my garage door, I'm fine. We can park 2 cars in here. And so all of my supplies are over here. I would love to have this be closed storage at some point, but for right now it is what it is. But I'm able to keep my miter saw. I have my lift table, my sander, and then I have 2 pieces of furniture, which honestly, I only work on 2 at a time. So it's been great. Several people have asked, where have you been? So I thought I should at least kind of get you caught up. So you see that, you saw we got Kate's car, and excited to be able to help her do that. And so that required me to really whittle down what I had in the garage on a regular basis. So I can't overbuy pieces. I have to pretty much stick with just 2 pieces at a time, which is great because I really only work on typically 2 pieces at a time anyway. And so I shut down my storage unit because honestly, I was storing things like my Christmas tree and the middle seat that went to our van and some old mirrors that came with dressers and headboards. And so it was just why am I spending $100 a month on this? Because I'm not really using it. So we decided to shut that down. And then, like I said, I donated a few things, pieces I just wasn't going to be able to get to. It was like a random nightstand and a piece of mine that I had done for myself that I no longer was going to use. I was going to sell it, and I was like, you know what? It was my piece. I just donated it. And so I donated it to Restore. I like to go there and look. And so I thought, I'll just donate them there. And so they took all the mirrors and the cabinet that I had for myself. And then I just whittled it down to these pieces. I think the other reason why it's taken me 8 weeks to get a video out is because I've taken on projects like this secretary behind me. I mean, it's a really cool piece. I picked it up a year ago and I started on it, got super intimidated because there's just so many moving pieces, things I'd never done before. And so pushed it around my garage for a year until I was just finally it's got to go. I've got to focus on it. So I've just been working really hard on it and a couple other pieces. So that's what's taking me so long. And we had to do a full set of the garage, and I got rid of donated some hardware that I wasn't going to use anymore. And so just really whittled things down, which is great because for me, having all of those extra furniture in a storage unit, all of that extra stuff that I have around here, it's like an open tab in my brain. And so to me, being able to close those tabs is really good. And so I feel I'm still doing furniture, but like I said, we usually work on 2 at a time. So it just makes more sense to whittle down what I have and not to be stressed out knowing, oh my gosh, I've got X number of pieces in storage I still have to do. I'm only one person, so why do I have to have so many pieces? And so I can only do a couple at a time. And so the tough thing about YouTube is that because of my type of long form that I do, it's project based. And so I have to have a project finished in order to be able to share it with you. And so I'm that's hard. It's really difficult. I did it hard for a couple years where I had a video, I averaged 3 videos a month. And that was a really hard pace to keep up, especially as my projects got more complex. In the beginning, they were a lot of painted projects and easier pieces. And then I take on something like this. I can't finish this in a week. I mean, and I don't work full time out in the garage because the other thing is it's really hot right now. And so I'm in Oklahoma, and as soon as I turn this off, I will be putting my neck fan on and I will be turning my fan on because it is so hot. And so that's where I've been. I haven't gone anywhere. I've just been kind of resetting some things on in my workspace and in my own life. And so that's what's going on. But I hope to do some more of just like the workshop videos, maybe throw in a live, because I do miss you guys and I do miss talking with everyone and chatting. And so it's hard sometimes on YouTube to develop a closer relationship with people. So I am trying to figure out what it all looks like. Trying to get videos out on a more regular basis. I think after these, I deserve a few painted pieces. So I'll probably be picking up some easier pieces. I've had some requests for some entryway tables locally, so I might pick up like an entryway table, do something fun to that. I really like doing some fun things too, you know, some like full restorations, and then like that wallpaper one I did was so fun. I would like to do a full wallpaper wrap. But anyway, that's what I have going on here and why I've been a little absent. But I'm still around. I'm just doing some other things. And so glad to have you back. It's been good reconnecting. So let's see what else we have going on in the shop today. Here's the one I'm working on. This is a Beautility. I have stripped and sanded it, and now I'm working on the finishing process. Okay, here it is after the first wash. Now this is just a white wash. You can see there's still a lot of varying tones. So my next process is going to be doing a tan wash. This is Safari Beige. This is a color, I believe, by Valspar. And so this is the color I'm gonna try as another wash. If I wanna do some additional toning after I do the tan wash, then I can help with some of these varying tones, but we'll see if I need it. So for tan washes, you just kind of have to guess however thick you want it. So I decided to do 1 part paint to 2 parts water. So you have to remember that the water will actually evaporate and leave behind the paint. So the more paint you put in, the more you're going to obscure the grain. So I don't want to completely obscure it. So that's why I'm doing a 2-to-1. So you can see I misted the surface with a little bit of water, and then I'm using a wide brush, just going over the surface. It's really hot outside, so I have to work pretty quickly. So you'll see I'll work in sections, and I'm just gonna lay it down, and then I'll wipe off the excess with a lint-free cloth. This is the other big project I've been working on. It's a Biedermeier secretary. It honestly is one of the reasons I haven't had a video in 8 weeks, because it's taking so much time. So right now, what you see I'm doing here is I am staining a new back. The back was broken. I had to get some new wood cut, and I'm going to stain it and get that on. So I'm down to finishing touches. The last touch here I have some wooden keyholes, and I have to fit them into the recessed area. So I'm using my Dremel. I'm just carefully shaving off enough, not too much because I don't want it to recess too far. So just enough, and then I'll glue them in. And I'm getting really close on this one. I hope to have a video in the next few weeks. Okay, here it is with the whitewash and the tan wash. I think it looks really good. But now I think I need to warm it up a little bit. And so I've kind of got the same tones, at least, similar, but you can see it just needs a little bit more help. So I was thinking about it last night, and I have a couple different options. Now, I do like to stay in the same family. So if I'm using oil-based products, I like to stay oil-based for everything. Water-based, same thing. So I'm using water-based products on this. So when I was thinking about it last night, I have this General Finishes. This is their Glaze Effects in Van Dyke Brown. And I thought this might be just enough to kind of accent some of these moldings here, and then just kind of make everything kind of pop. So I'm going to do a test patch and see what I think. Let's try it. This is a beautiful, like, chocolatey color. I'm loving it. So I'm going to do a test patch here, see if I like it. Okay, that's it for today for the workshop. Thanks for joining me. You'll have to tune into the video to see the final reveal, but I think this is going to be a good one. So thanks for joining me.